Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and boy oh boy do I have some good news for you. High interest stocks are about to skyrocket and start going back upward, and I can prove it. You ready for the proof? I'm wearing a green shirt. No, I'm kidding. That's not the proof. Here's the proof. I saw some really weird price action happening in high growth stocks, and it led me to a hypothesis. I decided to go test that hypothesis today, and it turns out I was right. So check this out. Here's what I found out. Over the past few days, what I've noticed is certain high growth stocks randomly are going up like 11 to 13% on one day, and then they're continuing their downward decline. And I'm looking at this, I'm going, what is going on? This is not normal. This is clearly some sort of market manipulation. So what I did is I had a theory. My theory was that shorts are using the current market correction, call it 2020 market correction 2.0, I don't know. But the shorts are using the current market correction with all the downward pressure to cover their short positions. And this is actually really, really smart for them to do. And here's why. Is because as the overall market correction is pushing stock prices down, what they're able to do is, of course, when you cover a short position, it's going to push prices up because they're doing a lot of buying. And so what they're doing is they're using the downward pressure from the correction to sort of offset the upward pressure from their buying. And by covering very slowly and using this downward pressure from this current market correction, they're able to cover without triggering a short squeeze. It's actually really smart and really brilliant on their parts. So that was my theory, and I went to go test it today. I went to Fintel, and I looked at the short interest, I looked at the shares available to borrow, and I looked at the short borrow fees. And what I noticed is exactly what I was thinking I might find, is that the short interest is going down on all of these high growth stocks. The shares available to borrow is going up, which means people are covering the returning shares. And the borrow fees are going down, which means there's less people, less demand for shorting stocks. So all three things point to shorts covering their positions. And the proof is right there. You can go to Fintel and see it for yourself. In fact, if you want to, I have a link to Fintel in the description of this video. It's a free website. You can just go down the link. You'll find a link to Fintel. And you just type in a ticker symbol, press search, and then click on anything and then go to short interest. It'll show you. And you'll see that the shares available to borrow is going up, which means people are covering. You'll see that the borrow fees are going down, which means there's less desired demand for borrowing. And you're going to see that the short interest is going down, which means people are covering. And so what it looks like is happening is these very smart, very intelligent short sellers are using this current market correction with all the downward pressure to cover stocks. And so you get the high growth stocks that are going down, then you get this spike up from somebody covering, and then you get a few more days of going down, then we'll get another spike up, and the down spike up. Now, they got to be very careful about this because as we saw in AMC today, despite the over market correction, AMC still had a short squeeze. So of course, they're going to be very, very careful about this and the way they do it. They're going to try to hide this as much as possible, but that's what's happening. They're using the current market correction with all the downward pressure to get out of these positions to cover their short positions. Now, what does that mean? Why does that mean that these high growth stocks are about to moon? Here's why. Because once the market correction is over, that means all the downward pressure is gone. The short sellers are gone. The market correction selling pressure is gone. And now the high interest growth stocks will be able to shoot way up. And I can almost guarantee you that at the same time these companies are covering those short positions, they are also buying shares in order to profit on the rise back up. I can almost guarantee you that's happening. And so I am really excited and really hopeful that sometime within the next few weeks, sometime in June, we are going to see our high growth stocks turn around and start rising rapidly. So I'm really, really excited, really looking forward to this. We have been holding out and waiting for months for these short sellers to cover and get the heck out of here, and it's finally happening. We can finally get these stocks back to the prices that they should be at. Okay, the other thing that we are going to talk about today, and I'm going to do it in the stock picks portion, is we got to talk about cryptos that are about to absolutely moon. Elon Musk, you think he destroyed the crypto market. Actually, he completely did the opposite. He is turning this thing around. It's complicated. It's crazy. He had a crypto message. Yeah. Anyway, he had a crypto message about crypto. So we're going to talk about that. And also, I got to talk about banking stocks too, because those are going up as well. So we're going to talk about banking stocks today. We're going to talk about crypto today. I'm so excited. Definitely a green shirt day. And despite the overall market correction, we're probably going to have a few more weeks of red, but that's okay. June is shaping up to be an amazing month. So get excited. Hold on. Things are about to get really, really good. Okay, let's get into the stock and crypto picks. For those of you guys who are new to this channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for some large investment banks, and now I analyze stock picks from the top 10 YouTubers. I give you both the cliff notes from the top 10 YouTubers as well as my analysis on their stock picks. If anything I talk about today piques your interest, make sure you listen to who I say talked about that stock or crypto, and then go watch their video to find out the full details on what they said. Now, all I ask for putting all of this together for you is that you hit that like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell icon, and then click all. I know that's a lie, but seriously, it's going to help you out. Click the bell icon, click all, so that you can get notified when I release all of my new videos. All right, guys, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to do that right now. Alright, before we get into today's stock picks, I just want to remind everyone that I am not a financial advisor and none of the YouTubers I follow are financial advisors either. Today's video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who are wondering, you are currently looking at the Webull desktop app. Webull is the app that I use for my trading, and it is also the app that I use in all of my videos. If you'd like to get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $100, Webull is going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. Alright, let's get into today's stock picks. Okay, first up is ADA. This is Cardano. ADA hit $2 for the first time today. Ken Grace thinks ADA might be an alternative to BTC for Elon Musk based upon an article that Harry Robertson on Market Insider put out. ADA energy usage is low at 0.55 kilowatt hours, but there are other coins that are lower. Ken Grace also let us know that 2 months ago, FD7 Ventures chose ADA and DOT as the 2 cryptocurrencies they were going to invest in. FD7 predicted that ADA could 20x within the next 2 to 3 years. At the time of that article, ADA was trading for around $1, so that would put ADA at around $20 per coin in the next 2 to 3 years. Larry Jones thinks ADA might get to $7 by the end of this year. Larry Jones and I are both invested in ADA. Next up is BNB. This is Binance Coin. ZipTrader let us know that Binance is facing investigation probes from both the U.S. Department of Justice and the IRS. That sent BNB crashing down 12% at one point today, although it has since recovered some of that loss. Now, if you want to buy crypto for 0 fees for your first 30 days and then very low fees after that, you can sign up for Crypto.com. I have a link to Crypto.com in the description of this video. When you sign up using my link in the description of this video, Crypto.com is going to give you $25 in free crypto. Next up is BTCUSD. This is Bitcoin. Tom Nash let us know that Elon Musk just killed BTC. Elon Musk tweeted that he is suspending accepting BTC for Tesla purchases. His reasoning was that energy costs for BTC transactions has skyrocketed over the past few years, and now Elon Musk has environmental concerns about accepting Bitcoin for Tesla purchases. Now, if that's the case, then we need to look at other cryptos that have a much lower energy usage. And one of the lowest ones happens to be another coin that Elon Musk talks about frequently, and that is Dogecoin. I actually bought more DOGE today. I also thought about XRP for its low energy consumption, but Elon hasn't mentioned that crypto yet. And ETH is another possibility, although I'm still waiting for the price to come down. Now, all of that said, a lot of people were suspicious of Elon's tweet. There was a cryptic message at the end of this tweet. Elon Musk said Tesla will not be selling any Bitcoin, and we intend to use it for transactions as soon as mining transitions to more sustainable energy. So what did Elon mean when he said as soon as mining transitions to more sustainable energy? Well, we already know that Tesla is involved in renewable energy through the solar side of their business. The traveling trader and others think that Elon is setting up Tesla to be the savior by releasing a renewable energy mining rig down the road, and then referring back to Wednesday's tweet to show how Tesla solved the energy problem. After all, Tesla is not selling Bitcoin, and they plan to allow transactions in the future. So the only question is, what does Elon have in mind when he said, as soon as mining transitions to more sustainable energy? He clearly has something up his sleeve. Now it's just a matter of figuring out what that is. Next up is DOGE. This is Dogecoin. Elon Musk tweeted that Tesla would no longer be accepting Bitcoin for payment due to the high energy costs. He said he was looking into alternative cryptocurrencies. And DOGE happens to have one of the lowest energy costs of any coin. BTC has an energy cost of 707 kilowatt hours, while DOGE only has an energy cost of 0.12 kilowatt hours. Combine that with the fact that Elon Musk has been pumping DOGE for quite some time, and it only makes sense that he would select DOGE as the replacement for BTC. I actually bought more DOGE today in anticipation of a possible announcement from Elon Musk that he will be accepting DOGE for payment for Teslas. Larry Jones saw the exact same thing that I saw, and he bought DOGE today also. And don't forget that we have this momentum trend line that is still holding up. And we happen to be near the bottom of the trend line right now. So it's also a good time technically to buy DOGE. And if all of that good news wasn't enough, Keenan Grace let us know that Coinbase just announced that they will be adding DOGE to their platform, which will be a further upward catalyst for Dogecoin. I am maintaining my $1 price target on DOGE. When DOGE hits $1, I plan to sell half of my DOGE, which means I'll be pulling out my initial investment plus a little bit of profits and then letting the rest ride. Next, we have ETH. This is Ethereum. ETH is another possible replacement for BTC for Elon Musk, but not until ETH moves from proof of work to proof of stake in the Ethereum 2.0 transition that is slated to take place later this year. Keenan Grace let us know that Teespring is going to be introducing NFT to their platform. NFTs are powered by smart contracts. Smart contracts are available on a number of networks, with Ethereum being the most popular. Keenan Grace thinks that could be an upward catalyst for ETH. Now, I really like ETH, and I want to invest in it, but the price currently remains too high for me. I'm still waiting for ETH to drop back down to this long-term trend line, and I don't want to buy ETH until it drops down to around $2,200. It may never get that low, and I might miss out, and that's okay, but I personally will not be buying anything until it does. The chart is starting to turn bearish, with the RSI dropping and the MACD dropping and about to form a death cross. And I really think a drop down to around $2,550, which is a level of support, is a real possibility. I'm hoping to buy during an overreaction to the downside. And JP Morgan released an article a few days ago saying that they think the fair value of ETH is around $1,000. So hopefully more articles like that will help push the price down so that I can buy on a dip. Next up is BAC. This is Bank of America. StockMo said BAC is one of a number of different banking stocks that you can consider investing in to help your portfolio grow during high inflation. BAC frequently bounces off of the 21-day EMA, so try to buy on a dip. You might even get lucky and be able to buy BAC off of the 50-day EMA, which it bounces off of from time to time. Next up is BNS. This is Bank of Nova Scotia. StockMo likes BNS as a banking stock. This is a little bit different from the other banking stocks we normally talk about because this company is based out of Canada, not the United States. It won't necessarily go up since it won't be affected as much by higher interest rates that the United States is expected to implement, but it should hold its value well and not go down. It also pays a nice dividend. The dividend yield as of Thursday's closing price was 4.48%. Next up is C, Citigroup. StockMo thinks C will perform well during high inflation and high interest rates. The current PE ratio is only 10.32, and the forward PE ratio is only 8.35. This is an incredible value stock, and one that I personally own as well. Because C is already very cheap, I doubt this will fall much further during a market correction, and it may even go up. Next up is GS. This is Goldman Sachs, and this stock is even cheaper than C. StockMo said GS is one of the best stocks to buy right now during high inflation, and I agree. The reason is because as inflation goes up, the Fed will have to raise interest rates, and banks in turn should see higher profits. And specifically when it comes to GS, the PE ratio is only 8.92 and the forward PE ratio is only 8.10. So this stock is really cheap. By the way, if you can't afford one full share of GS, you can sign up for SoFi using my link in the description below, and on SoFi you can do fractional share trading. If you are not a resident of the United States, you can use Interactive Brokers to do fractional share trading, and I do have a link for Interactive Brokers on my promotions page as well. Again, the promotions page link is in the description of this video. Next up is WFC. This is Wells Fargo. StockMo said that amongst all of the banking stocks that generally do well during high inflation, WFC makes him nervous. The PE ratio is quite high at 32.34. StockMo and I both prefer banking stocks with much lower PE ratios, such as C and GS. So despite WFC being a banking stock, this is not one that I would recommend buying. Next, we have FAS. This is a triple leveraged financial bull ETF. StockMo listed FAS as an alternative to investing in specific banking stocks. Because this is a 3 times leveraged ETF, it is far riskier than just buying individual banking stocks, but it also provides much more upside potential. Okay, let's talk about AMC that short squeezed today. This is AMC Movie Theaters. Smart Trader thinks AMC is going to squeeze even higher than it already has. AMC just completed their latest share offering, which brought in $428 million before fees. AMC is now out of shares and cannot do any more share offerings. Technically, once AMC breaks above $14.50, it will be free to run and have the short squeeze that everybody has been waiting for. But the price needs to stay above $12. Smart Trader thinks AMC might go above $20 in June. Okay, finally let's talk about NIO. This is NIO, and they're a Chinese EV manufacturer. And here's that big green jump on a big red day that I was telling you guys about. Keen and Grace let us know that NIO just announced that the Chinese government has approved the battery swap standards that NIO helped draft. These standards, which NIO no doubt is already meeting, will provide a further hurdle for other EV manufacturers to overcome, which increases the barriers to entry and helps NIO maintain their leadership in the battery swap space. Now technically, NIO just hit the 300-day EMA. The chart is still very bearish, but I just don't see NIO dropping too much further from here. NIO will probably oversell in the next few days, but I do expect it to start rising back up after that. I know I said it when NIO was at $35, but I'm going to say it again. This could very well be the lowest price you will ever be able to buy NIO at ever again. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. Now beware of scammers! Scammer alert, scammer alert! Anytime I talk about crypto, scammers flood the page, so please be aware of scammers. If you see anything about WhatsApp or Telegram or anything like that, it is not me. My name is highlighted when I comment. If there's no highlight on it, it ain't me. Just click on the name. You'll see these guys got 1 or 2 subscribers. I've got 35,000. It ain't me. So be careful, don't get scammed, please don't lose your crypto. But what I want you guys to do is I want you to comment down below what your favorite crypto is. And if you want to get some free stocks, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up and deposit just $100, Webull's going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. They're also going to give me 1 free stock, so it helps you out and also helps the channel out. And if you want to trade some crypto that's not available on Weedable, something like ADA, Cardano, for example, you can sign up for Crypto.com. Now, here's what I love about Crypto.com, is they do not charge the super high fees that Coinbase charges. So, if you want to get $25 in free crypto, sign up using my link in the description below for Crypto.com. When you sign up and stake, I think it's 3,000 CRO, which I don't know what the math works out to, but when you go down there, you just stake some CRO, you're going to get $25 in free crypto. And here's the best part, you get 1 month of free buys on Crypto.com. Using my link in the description below, you're going to get 1 entire month, 30 days of free buying. So fees are completely gone for your first 30 days. And then after your first 30 days, they are much, much lower than something like Coinbase. So that's why I buy all of my crypto on Crypto.com. All right, guys, I hope you have a lot of success trading. If you didn't do it already, please hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon, and click all. I will see you guys tomorrow.